Hey guys, I got another video today. This isn't an automotive video. This is more of a homeowners or construction type video, but I have a fluorescent light and the ballast is bad, so I'm going to be changing the ballast out. These fixtures are the 4-foot style fixtures, and they're the 2-bulb fixtures. So any ballast that you change, they're going to tell you specifically what type of bulbs they're for and how many bulbs for a fluorescent ballast. And you can see on this old ballast, you see that right there, it says F32 T8. T8 is what you're looking for. So these are T8 ballasts for T8 bulb fixtures. Okay, right there. Let me get another look at it real quickly. T8. And then on the ballast, you can see how they wire up the bulbs. So what I'm going to do is I've got on this old, the new ballast will be a little bit different than the old ones, but on this old ballast I've got 2 blue wires coming out that side, and I've got a black and a white and a red. What I'm going to do is the black and the white, so obviously before you work on these fixtures, make sure that power is off going to the light, right? But what I'm going to do is, so I've got my black and my white wires. They are connected with wire nuts to the black and white wires, coming from the ceiling. And so what I'll do is I'll disconnect these two, which maybe I can do that right now. So disconnect that and kind of get this out of the way here. Take off this other one. So my black and white wires will be disconnected, right? I got the black and white, again, I got black and white wires coming from the ballast, going to black and white wires from the ceiling. This green is your ground from the ceiling. So I won't mess with that because it's just grounded directly to the fixture, and I'm not taking the fixture off the ceiling. I'm doing this up in the air. So anyway, black and white, connected to black and white, disconnect them. Then I'm gonna cut this red wire that goes to one end of the fixture, and I'm gonna cut these blue wires that go to my other end of the fixture. And then to get the ballast out, there's this one screw here. You pull out this screw and it'll hinge down and then slide out of this slot. Okay, so I'm gonna do all that and I'll be right back. Okay guys, you can see I've got my old ballast out. You can see this is the old one. And so just kind of want to compare it to the new one. You can see it's a little bit bigger than the new one. But the wiring diagram is the same. See, there's the wiring diagram on the old one. You can see the red wire is going to the one side of both bulbs, and then the blue wires, both blue wires are going to the other side, but one blue wire for each bulb. Same thing on the new ballast. You've got the red wire going to one side of both bulbs, and then each blue wire going to the other end of the other bulbs. Now the difference is on the old ballast, you can see I've got my black and white wires that I disconnected with the wire nuts, and I've got my red wire coming out this end and my blue wires coming out this end. On the new ballast, again, you've got your black and white wires coming out the same end, but the red wire isn't coming out this end, it's on this end, okay? But it still wires up the same. Blue wires go to the blue wire side of the lamps, and the one red wire goes to the red side of the lamps, and you can see this up on the fixture, which I'll show you here. We've got our black and white wires coming out of the ceiling. Power is off so that they don't start sparking on us. This side of the fixture has got my blue wires, and you can see there's one blue wire going to this bulb, one blue wire going to that bulb. On this end, we've got one red wire, and you can see here the red wire is going into one bulb, but then there's a wire here that piggybacks and goes to the other bulb. So all I need to do is connect up my white wire and my black wire with the wire nuts, and then I'm gonna go blue to blue and blue to blue with wire nuts, and then this single red wire, again, just go red to red with a wire nut. And because it's piggybacked on the fixture already, that'll match up the same schematic that's on the ballast. So let me show you again, just one more time on the ballast. You can see black to black, white to white, and then you've got blue, blue. One goes to one bulb, the other to the other bulb on the one end, and then the single red wire goes to both ends of both bulbs. And so you can see they show the picture of the piggyback wire that's up there in the fixture. So what I'll do is I'll mount this new ballast up there and wire nut it all in place, and yeah, I'll get that done and be right back. Okay guys, got the new ballast in place. Just wanted to note really quickly, you'll notice these are my two wires coming from the one end, my blue wires coming from the one end of the fixture, and I cut them, when I cut them at the ballast, made sure to leave plenty of length. Same thing over here. Other end of the fixture, here's the red wire for that, and left plenty of length. You can see on the old ballast itself, you can see I cut those blue wires real close, cut that red wire real close, just to leave me plenty of length of wire. You don't want to cut them too short. You don't want to cut you don't want to cut that red wire real close to the end of the fixture, or those blue wires real close to the end of the fixture. You want to leave yourself plenty of room, because this is my red wire coming from the new ballast, and I got to make sure I can stretch all the way over to the old red wire. The blue wires, obviously they're a lot closer, but still, just on the old, just to make sure you got plenty of wire on the old ballast. When you cut, just make sure you cut close to the ballast. All right, I'm gonna wire it up and we'll finish this up. And the new ballast is in, and she's all wired up. As you can see, like just kind of a good rule of thumb is just leave yourself extra wire. It's always good to leave yourself extra wire. You can see it just kind of folded up. The cover will hold all that up in there. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just good to leave yourself extra wire. So you cut some off, but yeah, leave yourself plenty of wire up in there. But yeah, blue goes to blue, and in concern to the blue side, doesn't matter which side is which. Just one blue wire to the other blue wire for both blue wires. And then your red wire comes all the way to the red side, and we'll wire up to your red wire, and just make sure that this end of the fixture has another wire that's piggybacked from one side to the other, and that will match the schematic that's on. It's kind of upside down so you can't see it, but that will match the schematic that's on the new ballast, as well as the old one as well. But and then yeah, my black goes to black and white goes to white. The green wire there I didn't have to touch, didn't have to do anything. So I will put the cover on, put the bulbs back in, and put the light cover back on as well, and make sure we got light. Be right back. And we've got light. So that was my problem. All right, guys, so that is how to change a ballast on a T8 fluorescent light fixture, 4-foot 2 bulb. It is important that you know the length of your bulbs, the type of your bulbs, you know, T8, T12, T5s, type of bulbs, as well as how many bulbs are in your fixture. Like there's different ballasts for all those different types of factors. But you can go to your local hardware store, tell them, you know, length of fixture, how many bulbs, and what type of bulbs you're working with, and they will be able to hook you up with the ballast that you need. All right, guys, if you got any questions, leave comments. I'll try to help as much as I can. Have fun continuing to DIY all your stuff. All right, see ya.